Welcome to Moon Vibes, your daily source of crypto news, delivered with just the right amount of chill. Moon Vibes only. Now here's your host, Crypto Kyle.
Hey, good morning and welcome back to the show. It is, I guess it's Friday morning. Man, what an awesome evening last night. If you guys tuned in for ApeSquad, we have a big show for you today by way of interview from JonnyLuckGirl over there from ApeSquad. So very excited about that. Before we get into it, let's jump into the news this morning. News BTC reporting this morning that Mike Novogratz has doubled down his 500,000 Bitcoin prediction. Novogratz, who put Bitcoin at 500,000 in the next half decade, had shared thoughts behind his prediction. One of those had been the economy and the growing inflation rates that have been plaguing it. The Federal Reserve had been working nonstop with increasing interest rates and stuff, but the billionaire notes that once the Fed begins to take a pause from all of this, then the digital asset would resume its upward movement. The billionaire expects not that only will the central bank raise interest rates due to the high inflation, but it will also likely raise these interest rates by as high as 50 basis points. However, this cannot continue on forever, and the Fed will eventually need to ease up. This is when Novogratz predicts that the Bitcoin will go to the moon. This is what the billionaire expects will push the price of the digital asset as high as $500,000. I don't know, Mr. Novogratz. Could he be right? All right, in another Bitcoin news, Bitcoin will be accepted by McDonald's and Walmart via the Lightning Network. Jack Mallers, founder of Zap, is bringing Bitcoin back to its roots with an announcement that the Lightning Network wallet, Strike, has partnered with Shopify, NCR, and Blackhawk Network. According to Mallers, any website that uses Shopify online card transactions, can now process payments using Bitcoin's Lightning Network. The partnership is live right now and a massive step towards mass adoption of Bitcoin. During the presentation, a slide appeared listing some of the biggest retailers in America, including McDonald's, Walmart, Home Depot, Best Buy. According to the websites, Blackhawk and NCR also serve Starbucks, Chipotle, El Corte Inglés, Lowe's, Staples, Woolworths, and thousands of other global retailers. We will have to wait for more details to understand exactly when some of these retailers will start accepting Bitcoin. However, Mahler claims that over 400,000 storefronts will now accept Bitcoin via the Lightning Network. Huge. And yes, ApeSquad, the premiere yesterday. I'm not going to give you guys any sound, but look at this. Man, it looks beautiful. I can't get into it. It's beautiful. You need to watch it. I'll have a link in the podcast notes, but be sure to check it out. This is who our guest is coming to us from today, and it's pretty cool. I watched the premiere, and I watched it 2 times again afterwards on my 65-inch television, and it looks pretty great. I am a little jealous. I always wanted to have my own cartoon. Instead, I just became a cartoon. Anyways, all right, before we get to the interview, though, let's go ahead and jump into the market. Bitcoin at $43,684, down 2.42% for the week. Ethereum at $3,267, up 0.76% for the week. BNB at $440, up 5.21%. Solana up 0.55% at $121.49. XRP at 79 cents, down 3.24%. Terra Luna at 105, up 5.51%. Cardano at $1.09, down 2.07%. Avalanche at $89, down 3.47%. And Polkadot down 2.28% at $20.56. Dogecoin up 11.46% at 15 cents. We have Shiba Inu at 0.402509, down 0.58%. Polygon Matic down 4.79% at $1.52. And Kronos down 0.28% for the week at 44 cents. Well, guys, man, this has been an exciting week, and I am real excited to get to the interview portion of this show. So without further ado, here is JonnyLuckGirl from ApeSquad, and let's have you, I don't know what I'm trying to say, enjoy this interview portion of the show. right. Well, welcome to the Moon Vibes podcast. I'm so grateful to have you on here doing something cool in the space here with animation that I haven't seen done yet. And, we've talked a little bit in the DMs. I talked to Chatty B from Stuffy Bunny. He's the one that actually pointed me in your direction. And I like what you're doing with ApeSquad. So welcome to the podcast. Lots of things to talk about. And just glad to have you here.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for reaching out. I was super, super excited to come on your show and really talk about our project and the things that we're doing. And, props out to Chatty B, that's what I call him, for connecting us. So, because I think that's really what our project is about, is reaching out across the metaverse and finding other projects and collabing with them so that we can incorporate them within our cartoon series in some form or fashion. So, yeah, I was super excited to get the call and the message back and forth with you.
That's awesome. I've seen, all different sorts of collaborations coming down the road, but I know that there's a lot of process that goes into creating these animations. A lot of diligent work needs to be done. Could you just, before we get there, could you just introduce yourself and, talk a little bit about how you got involved maybe in art to begin with and how this kind of came to be?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm JonnyLuckGirl, and I'm the creative director and the scriptwriter for ApeSquad. And how the whole cartoon series came to be is we started as we have an OG project of primates. And we've had that since September of last year is when we minted out. It took about a week to mint out. And our founder said, hey, let's take this to the next level. What's not being done in the space yet? What can we do? And he said, I'd love to do a cartoon. And of course, I was a mod at the time and doing a lot of their digital works that you'd see posted on their pages and on their website. And I was like, oh, hey, this is for me. Let me do it. I've written a few children's books back in the day, about 10 and 12 years ago. And I was super excited to just say, give this project to me. And then I was able to run with it, which was super exciting. So we're working with, his name is Davik. And he has done some previous contract work for some of the big names. And he's so great to work with. And he's got a couple of guys that create these animations for our series. And that's really kind of where everything started was, hey, we have this idea. And I said, let me do it. And Davik was right on top of it. And we kind of sketched out a little couple second trailer. And this was about Christmas time. And we were off to the races from there.
That's awesome. Now, when you are, drawing this, artwork, what applications are you using to start with?
Yeah, so Davik does all of the animations as part of the storyboarding process and writing the script and everything. I'll take the images, get those put on. It's called a storyboard, and you just really take it kind of scene by scene, who are the characters, getting those characters behind the scenes built, what is their superhero, what makes them special, why are they who they are, and really starting before we even get into animation with that storyboard, and one for each of the main characters, also one for the scene, where is the entire thing taking place, what's the backstory of each character, what's the backstory of this planet that they're on, and really so much behind the scenes work before we even actually get to a point where Davik's starting that animation. So really that's kind of the beginning of it. I know for him, he'll also do his storyboards, and he starts out with little sketches, and he'll kind of take it each theme by theme And from there, he just builds on it. And so he'll do the pencil drawing first, and you'll see him move through the script with the pencil drawings and create his own storyboard. And from there, him and his team will start bringing it all to life, bringing in colors. You know, they're creating hundreds of layers per scene, and then putting that all together into like one fluid shot. And then from there, going back and getting voice recordings of the actor and using the different types of sounds and the music that you've got to really compose within each scene. And so it does take a lot of time, like you mentioned. So he got started and hit the ground running in February is when I presented him with the final script and said, okay, we're ready to start. Here you go. And so as you can see, we're just barely releasing April 7th. So it's been a good long 2 months of him really working with everything and back and forth between the two of us until we got everything right. So that's kind of how awesome. That works from, backstory perspective.
Yeah, that's incredible. You know, it is, I'm a huge fan of animation myself, and, you know, seeing anything from, you know, a pencil drawing or line drawings, even for that matter, to full animation, full coloring, and almost, you know, depending on the animation, you know, some flat, some almost with a 3D element to it, even though it's still 2D, really is kind of something that's always blown my mind, just the whole process of it.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like I love watching him work. So every time he'll pop me over, oh, what do you think about this? I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so perfect. And he just has this ability to bring those personalities out in that animation. And every time I see, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like, okay, this is how I pictured the scene. And not only did you nail it, but you like took it way above, you know, even more than I envisioned. And I think that that's what's awesome about him and the guys that he's working with to get that just to get ApeSquad up and going. And it's amazing. It's amazing to see how it works. And it's definitely amazing to be a part of it.
No, that's incredible. It is funny. Just how I talk about it often, how you meet people really kind of all over the world in this space through Twitter Spaces, through different projects, NFT or not, that you can plug in with, you know, particular communities, a lot of them cross-bridged in other cool communities, and really find your next kind of main thing that you're doing almost on accident or happen chance, it seems.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally. I mean, I swear every Twitter space I'm on or every new connection I make, there's something I get out of it, something we all get out of it. We learn something new. And the great thing is there's so many creatives in the space, and it's still so new, and it's just it's awesome. I feel like I'm in a dream. I'm just like, what is even happening right now? You know, it's crazy. So we did a Spaces, yesterday was Boring Stone, and it was just really amazing talking with Baron and with Reaper and talking about their project, and they're one of our collabs that we'll see featured into ApeSquad. And just the brainstorming that went in just the simple spaces and where they even want to take it from here. And Baron's like, oh man, we need to get together and do a little short of what's taken place in the Boring show since season 1 to season 2. And just little things like that is just crazy. So
that's awesome.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, so I had actually, you bring up Boring Stone, I received an airdrop the other day with the animation of a character smoking, and I was like, okay, whoa, this is sweet.
Yeah, totally dope, right? So you must be a holder of Boring Stone, or are you a PSS? Okay.
I'm a holder,
yeah, so crazy for how that kind of happened. So I am a holder of Boring Stone, and this was I picked up a piece a couple months ago. It was when we had just started kind of the idea of ApeSquad and getting it put together. And I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to see ApeSquad project on a Boring Stone magazine, because that's what they do. They collab with other artists, they collab with other projects, and they release these little, airdrops to their holders, which is super cool. And so I reached out to Baron. I was like, Baron, let's partner, let's collab. Look how awesome. Look what we can do, And he was like, I'm in, reach out to Reaper. And so it was just amazing. I'm like, holy cow, I can't believe these guys are like, okay, And so I guess I would say to anyone who's listening that has a project, just keep at it. Some days you're just going to be like, holy cow, I feel like nothing happens, and you're kind of down in the dumps, but then the next day it's like a flood. And so just be persistent, keep at it. As an artist, what you have, as a creator, what you have, and just keep going, because people will see that. The right people will see that, and they'll bring that forth. So it's just been amazing.
That's awesome. No, that's very exciting. I love your energy. Being passionate about what you do and being excited about what you do is, pretty much number one. If you're not excited about what you're doing, how can you expect anybody else to even care at all?
Right.
So no, I love the energy. But no, I'm excited to see, what comes of it. I'm excited to see, each animation. Again, it's when you're in a situation where you're working so long on one thing and then it launches and you're like, all right, we're working on the next one. Sometimes it can feel like a little like we're never at our goal. But to be able to continue to, work on those things and, push out an animation, for one, is a huge feat in that of itself. For two, being able to do it through a realm such as crypto, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool. And like for our first prologue episode, so I think we're up to about 14 collabs right now. We had to get, obviously, our first prologue episode out, which launches tomorrow on April 7th. I think the viewers will be seeing this the day after the launch of the prologue. And so in that first prologue, I think we have 8 or 9 different collabs that are either, featured a little bit, like the Boring Show you see a little bit more, or like little Easter eggs in the show, so that as we move forward, like they're projects that we could work more closely with on longer sections of the episodes. And that's been honestly, the most rewarding about this project is like getting out and talking to the creators of these other spaces and saying, hey, what's your project? And what's the goal of your project? And what's the vision? And how can we take your project and write it into our series so that it just makes sense? And that has been like so exciting. I can't even believe it. Like just connecting with people in that way and having the ability to do that. I mean, that's totally what Web3 is about. And it's been awesome.
No, that's awesome. Well, very exciting. Yes, this is coming out on Friday for those of you who are listening right now or watching. We are pre-recording this on Wednesday, so the day before it comes out, and this is coming out the day after it comes out. So could you talk a little bit about just what is the correlation between the minting that'll be happening tomorrow and the episode?
Yeah, absolutely. So our minting are actual characters. So the 5 main ApeSquad characters that are in the show, you'll see those every episode. They're the main storyline. Those are the characters that we have as NFTs that you're able to go out and mint from the website. And what we did with those characters, we talked a little bit already about that backstory. And from our main collection of primates, taking those really popular traits and implementing them into ApeSquad, that's kind of how I started. And that's really how we built the characters out. So when you go to the website, you can actually mint your choice of character. So, of course, my favorite's Kaz, of course, right. The girl character, right? So we have many more strong girl characters coming, so don't worry. So you can choose to mint a Kaz character, or you can choose to mint a Borg character. Whatever of the 5 characters that you like, you can choose to mint all 5 of them. You get to choose. And then within those characters, there's 3 different types of character sheets that you can get. We have just our common character sheets. I think there's about an 80%. I really need to write these percentages down, but it's about 85% chance of getting, I need to write this down, 80 or 85, somewhere in the 80s of getting that common character sheet. There's actually, so each character has 250 NFTs assigned to that character. So 220 for you mathematicians will be that common character sheet. And 25 will be the rare. And the rare has some motions in there. So you're going to see some movement in your NFT. It's going to look a little bit different, have a different feel. And then our legendary posters, which there's 5 of each character that's legendary, those are full animations from Dabik and his guys he's working with. So so there's 3 different levels that you can get. You can mint any one of the 5 characters. And then as we move forward with additional episodes, of course, we'll be introducing new characters and additional mints. So
that's awesome. No, I'm very excited to see it tomorrow, of course. And I plan on minting a character as well. So I'm very excited for everything that's going on over there. And of course, hope to collab in the future for sure. And we can talk about that offline. But I appreciate you coming on the show today. Is there anything else that you'd love to share with us before we part ways today?
Yeah, I think just thank you guys so much for, again, having me on the show. And thank you, listeners who are out there. And just want to, Web3 is amazing. And I just really want to make that point come across. And, I think regular Web 2 life gets in the way of most of us. And being able to be a part of Web 3 for this last 6 months has been just phenomenal and so eye-opening. And it makes me want to go out there and just make this succeed and bring Web 3, because there's so much stuff that you can do as a creator. And, just keep at it. If you're in the space, if you're a creator, if you're an artist, keep at it. And, because there's a space for us now, and that's exciting.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We're definitely going to have you back. We're definitely going to continue talking. And, I look forward to seeing how this goes over the next couple of days and weeks. And, into the future of ApeSquad and everything that's going on with the animation and storyboarding, as well as all these other projects I know that you're working on. So very excited that you're part of the space. And, again, look forward to talking to you in the future.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
All right. Well, give it up for JonnyLuckGirl. What a great episode. What a fun interview. So much energy, so much joy. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Be sure to check out the ApeSquad prologue and let me know what you think. Tell them that Crypto Kyle sent you their way. Have a great evening. If I don't see you in any spaces this evening, as always, I will talk to you. Well, actually, no, not tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be Saturday. And Moon Vibes is now Monday through Friday, so I get the day off, kinda. Yay. All right, guys. As always, I will talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend. We'll see you then.
Thanks for listening to Moon Vibes. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others. Post about it on social media. Visit our sponsor and affiliate links in the description, or leave a rating and review. Be sure to follow your host on Twitter at CryptoKyleMQT. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.